Blossom Life Academy, School of Counseling and Coaching. Today we will continue our class on conflicts, resolving conflicts in marriage and relationship. And one of the very first thing I said is that people start their marriage journey completely unaware how often conflicts in marriage and family happen. They are completely unaware how often. They soon discover that the gentleman they married a few days ago has a monster in him, you know, or the wife, that beautiful, shiny yellow Susu, the queen of my heart, the apple of my eye, has suddenly become a Jezebel. So that is where the conflict comes in. And I told us, I gave simple examples of conflicts. Any idea? Can somebody tell us something about it? Give me an example of a conflict. Are we there? Or who can define us a conflict? Can somebody give us a definition of a conflict?
Yes, Pastor Me.
All right, thank you.
I would say a conflict has to do with disagreement that is not that is not resolved because people have different opinions.
Good.
They are not able to agree.
A conflict is a disagreement between two or more people, individuals, not so. Now, is there a difference between disagreement and conflict? Do we think so?
Yes.
Yes,
Good.
I think so too.
What
I think
can somebody explain? Why do you think so?
in my opinion, conflict is like the big brother of disagreement. Because we can disagree and then find common grounds to agree. But when we disagree and are unable to resolve the disagreement, it becomes a conflict.
Therefore, conflict is a result of a disagreement. Can we say that? It's good, right? Conflict is the outcome of a disagreement that is not resolved. So when we disagree, at the end, I stay with my opinion, you stay with your opinion, you will start building boundaries. The boundaries now become conflict. That comes as a result of what? The two of us not arranging to. So it makes it challenging. It comes with anger, resentment. It comes with justification. There is something I said last week about peacemakers and peace. What did I say?
Peacemakers and peace lovers.
Oh, wow. Good student. This uncle lady, you are doing well. Yes, I said peace lovers or peace dwellers. Now, what are the differences in conflict resolution? What's the difference between a peacemaker and a peace dweller or a peace lover?
I would say a peacemaker is someone who, after a disagreement, will always come to say sorry, even if he or she is not wrong. while a peace lover is someone who maybe might be wrong, but does not want to come and apologize, but will wait for the other person to come and apologize, and he will just accept, and things goes on normally.
Okay, that's a peace dweller.
Yeah.
He will always like, okay,
Yeah, you have
a
said
peace dweller.
sorry.
Or
Okay. Yeah.
yes, I'm ready for the peace, but I will not give you.
Mm-hmm.
I will not initiate the peace.
Yeah.
So the peacemaker is the initiator. But then in a couple, it should not always be like that. So it's good to always advise couples. It should not always be like, it's always one person. But as a counselor, it is good for you to identify the peacemakers and the peace lovers, or the peace dwellers. Peacemakers and peace dwellers. So the peace dweller sits in his corner. Okay, you know, okay, he will not initiate the peace, or he hardly does it. He will not apologize. But he's just waiting for that opportunity to say, okay, it's fine now. Let's move ahead. So it is good, but it's also better to encourage both parties to be able to initiate peace. Imagine that a man is in the house with a wife. You beat your wife. She's the one to say sorry. You refuse to eat her food. She's the one to come and say sorry. She even cooks and you don't eat. Instead of apologizing, it's wrong. Oh. You are waiting. All the man is there. He gives you money. And instead of you saying sorry, or you misuse the money, instead of saying sorry, you go and stay you. What did you do with the money? I've used it. Then you go and stay. You are always waiting for him. There is always a limit, like I said, to everything. So when you are doing counseling, you look for the peace. One of the challenges of a counselor, what did I say? Couples come when they mostly are already in the emergency. May God help us, because they either die or they survive. And their survival depends on their ability to reconcile their differences. Now, hear this. We don't have irreconcilable differences, but we have selfish and self-centered people. So we understand this in conflict, that we don't have irreconcilable differences, but we have selfish and self-centered people. That's why when you want to, somebody is only telling you, I have said that he must give me that money. Am I not his wife? Well, wife, please now. At this moment, he does not have. Can you just cut off your expenses at this point? No, why? Did he not marry me? Or this? And then the husband too, you are too much. You exaggerate. So you see that it's all about self-centeredness. It's me, me, me. That makes conflict difficult to be resolved. It's all about the me. It is me. No, she did this to me. He did this to me. It is hardly to us. It is, they don't focus on the marriage. That's why people divorce. Because the big picture was the marriage and not them. They were living their lives. And they came together for a common goal. The goal was not the husband or the wife. No. Coming together was not for the man or for the woman. Their coming was to form what they call marriage. So one of the things a counselor should do is to help the people focus on the big picture. Are we there? To focus on the word big picture. We are talking about your marriage here. I said, we are talking about marriage. The man said, hey, I don't have time. The woman said, hey, marriage is what? You just know that there is danger. It will be difficult to reconcile because it's not about the marriage. It's about my interest. So maybe we're getting married because she will be cooking me food every day. She'll become my slave. I was looking for somebody to be washing me dresses. So the marriage was not because of the marriage itself, what it takes to be married, but it was about self. So you hear, man, hey, this woman is not submissive. Hey, she's not submissive. And then the woman will explain until she has finished explaining. Because there is a saying, there's something people say now. The woman is not saying, hey, she's not submissive. As if submission means die or death. There are some people that even if you lie flat, you are not submissive enough. They will not, they'll say you will go on the ground, they'll say you are not flat enough. So you should help people in conflict. They should focus on their big picture. Are we there? Last week we talk about competition, accommodation, compromising, avoidance, and collaborating, which are the 5 ways couples resolve their own conflict. As couples, what they do is they compete. You must win. Marriage is not a winning thing. People, you should not win in marriage. People should know that nobody is the winner in marriage. It is our winning. So even if I want to be the peacemaker, it's because I want our marriage to win, not you. You are not winning. So when people want to resolve their marriage, you see, the man will talk or the woman will talk to prove a point, to analyze until he said, I've finished with you. You thought you could do this, now I have finished with you. The man will bring 10, 50 things, or the woman will bring 50 things that they have done to them, not to the marriage. Because the purpose of the marriage, so we are competing. Okay, give your own point in front of the counselor. Give your own point. Okay, now your own is 7, your own is 5. Oh, okay. No. In marriage, there is no winner. The winner or the win of marriage is the beauty of the marriage. It's not a person. The truth is, no one person can really make marriage work. Even though at a point somebody go through, but it always works like that. So accommodation, okay, set aside personal interest to please the others. Values relationship higher than winning. This is how some people do. A man will say, see, I know my wife, or a woman, I just know. Let me just forget about me for peace to reign. Like I attended a seminar the last time. They say, for the man, they say, get up. The man says, see, I've already known with my wife. For peace to reign, I don't argue. I breathe. I take time out of in the midst of conflict. Sometimes I say, yes, you are correct at that time. You see, so he accommodates for peace to reign. Are we together? Some people compromise. What does it mean to compromise? They withdraw from the conflict. Well, the relationship is good, so they try to ignore or withdraw from the problem at hand. No, let's not talk too much. They try, well, let's just manage it. Let's see how it goes. So they are into a 50-50 outcome of marriage. I'm saying these are the ways that word conflict resolution. Couples resolve their conflict in different ways. Before coming to meet you, They must have tried or one or two or all of these ways before coming to meet you, the counselor. So the collaborating sees conflict as a problem that needs to be addressed. Is willing to go outside the box. You see, the person is willing to go outside the box, like, okay, come on. Let's think this thing. Is there no other way? Must it be only putting your food like this? Is there no other way? So they collaborate to see that, okay, no, for the sake of our marriage, let's not be too strict on this thing that we have even put. Let's try to collaborate with each other. You know, it is me, it is you, and we work it out. Now, they see conflict as a problem that needs. So when there's a problem, the peacemaker is coming, the peace dweller is coming. So they try to collaborate to say, baby, were you supposed to be angry? Well, why are you angry? Okay, don't be. See that collaboration. Their focus is their marriage. So the peace dweller will not be saying that, okay, no, you remember that you did this thing, because the peace giver, peacemaker is coming to say, well, please, let's stop this thing. A peace dweller will not say, okay, no, you see this thing. Why did you first of all? Immediately, he easily accepts peace. That's what we call collaborate. They think now and say, but why were we even quarreling? Why was this thing? Okay, let's think of another way. Okay, well, like, what were you saying? That is how they collaborate now with each other. Then now, that is the last I talk about. Different ways. Please take it again. I said it last week and I'm saying it again. The different ways that couples handle their own. What are the different ways? Number one. Where are we? Number one.
Collaborative.
Competing. Yes.
Avoidance.
Avoidance, yes.
Compromising.
Compromising, yes.
Accommodating.
Collaborate.
Accommodating and collaborating. Thank God we have learned the class is okay for today. Not so. Let's go to the next. I'm not talking. Now, let's think of 5 steps. Another 5 steps of conflict resolution by a counselor. All right. Are we there? 5 steps of conflict resolution. Early intervention. We spoke about 5 ways of conflict resolution. Now we are talking about 5 steps. Is it? You intervene, early intervention is to, first of all, early intervention is also critical in conflict resolution, as is for conflict. It helps to prevent the conflict, solve the conflict, and reduce the risk of the conflict to escalate. Early intervention is also critical to conflict resolution. Why? It is for conflict If you intervene early, you prevent even the conflict. You will solve the problem, and or you will reduce the risk of conflict to escalate now, to go higher. You start with one conflict of, we have a disagreement, we don't agree because she keeps my food hot. It goes now to, after not keeping, she puts the spoon and all of that. But if it starts and that early stage, the couples can come for the counselor to start immediately. It will help them. Let's take an example that we will brainstorm today. They say a young woman got married, and over the years, the husband started going out. He's going out, right? Work, started coming late. The thing is ignoring her, but when she complains, the first thing they'll say, but your husband is hardworking. You see the problem? She complained that the husband is coming late. They told her that he's a hardworking man. So in her mind, that problem was not solved. They did not ask the man that, tell me, what kind of a job do you do that you are coming late? Must you? Oh, nobody. The only thing they told the woman is, your husband is a hardworking man. After that, he starts working right weekend. You know now. Hey, stop complaining. You nag a lot. Your husband, this is a question. I'm coming to the question. Finally, it was weeks out of the house in the name of job. You see how the problem is escalating. It's going from one stage to another. Only for the woman to realize after that, months after she's complaining, the people realize that the man already had a family. Number one, first of all, who is to be blamed? If you were to blame, who are you to blame? For this marriage that is ending in a divorce, who will you blame? Nobody is talking.
The counselors who ignored the complaint.
Yes. So as a counselor, every complaint should not be ignored. If from that beginning, they told this woman said that thing, the man to order, the counselor, okay, we must gain the trust of a counselor. A couple is coming. Is it my network? If a couple is coming to complain, those are already red flags. Those are red flags that if you joke, you will kill the couple. My husband comes home late, you say, he's hardworking. Hey, leave him now. He's coming home late. No account. What were you doing? What were you doing today that has kept you late? He doesn't complain. Hey, you complain a lot. He doesn't answer. And then the people that are concerned, number two, now he works over the weekend. What kind of work are you working over the weekend? He doesn't answer anybody. He just says it's work. And then you, the counselor, you will not find out. The woman should just understand that the wife is just nagging or you are overchecking. That's why early intervention is very important in it. When you see it like that, you just call for a meeting. Very important. Don't joke. Provide an opportunity. The second one, you call for a meeting. Say, please, so I beg, something is happening. Something is happening here. Oga or auntie, what is happening? To avoid them coming to you or reaching a stage where it will be emergency. At that time, their hearts are already hardened. Only God in his mercy can change. No pastor, no parent, no counselor. Each time there is a conflict and people don't resolve it well, know that they are creating distance. When a conflict is not resolved, it is a distance. Okay? Don't ignore conflict. I'm not talking about disagreement, so, but you should know the interval of the disagreement. You cannot be, a couple cannot be all the time they are disagreeing, and then we just take it normal. No. Please. People start, you know a quarrelsome somebody before even marriage. You know it. Sometimes people just ignore. So you know somebody who would be a problem before. So if you are privileged to be entrusted or to be trusted by a couple, please, it's a destiny in your hands. May God help us. We are not just learning. We want to impact life. We want to help people. As we grow in this career, we will learn many things, how to help people out of the ICU of marriage. By the grace of God, we will save as many in the ICU. So may God give us wisdom. That's why we need knowledge. Now, people just take advantage of bringing a lot of things. Oga, why are you coming late? This woman is just nagging. You see, the counselor will just say, Madam, stop now. Your husband is just hardworking. You need to do your own diagnose. You need to, as you call for the meeting, you need to help them. What are we talking about? They say your most important role at this phase of the process is to provide a trusting, neutral platform for mediating, counseling, and pastoring. Because at this point, they are already apart. The man knows what is happening. The woman knows. So they must trust you to really open up. When you are calling for a meeting, is to reassure them that something can happen. Is to reassure them. Okay? Then, like I started, I said we focus on the big picture. Oh God, you ask them, why are you both arguing? Hey, this woman, I don't like her again. AK, what happened? What was the big picture? What were you people having? What has happened to the original purpose? This thing. Hey, which original purpose? I don't even know why I got married to her. Oh my God. It's too challenging. The man has his own, the woman has her own. They are bringing a lot of problems. They are bringing a lot of trouble, and you are there, you don't know what to do. In this case, please, by the grace of God, counseling is not a rushing thing. You listen with your head, your heart, your spirit. You listen. You walk with every part of your being. Pastor Dia has spoken more on that. The qualities of a counselor. It's all of you like the first thing. How do we start? Can I help these people separate their emotions from the big picture? Can I help them? How will I do to make them separate while they are feeling the frustration now from the big picture? Giving them hope that even though your wife, I always say the Genesis chapter 1, chapter 3, It's always an example that I use to resolve conflict. I said, imagine Adam sitting, and God said, where this Adam like that? You are too lonely. Let me look for you something out of you. That's why it is men. It's out of their thoughts. They look for their wives. Out of your vision. No matter how a woman has a vision, please, when a woman is married, the vision will always pass through. So when it is like that, the woman should understand. So imagine the Adam woman now, the Eve. Eve has destroyed Adam to zero. You know, a company of billions. In one day, the woman just mistakenly light a gas where the gas was not supposed to be lighted. And everything burns. That's what Adam experienced. Now, it is not just what was burned. Adam lost his enterprise, his identity, his dwelling, his glory, his favor, his best fellowship, the best relationship. Adam lost it because of a mistake of Eve. Do we see why forgiveness is very important? The Bible says God came and sent them away. Women, they send you away. And then Adam called his wife Eve. Now, this woman that he told God, he says, the woman you gave me. Now, when you tell God that he has given you a woman, you are telling God that he has brought you an equal. Somebody that is equal to you. But when God, you find a wife, you are finding a purpose for a family. Amen. We know there's a difference between a woman and a wife. A woman has all the potentials that a man can have. We are celebrating Women's Day. It's not to take. A woman is not a wife. A wife is a woman under authority. Are we there? Amen. Let me know, are we there?
We are there, Pastor Mi.
We are there, oh, Pastor Mi.
Very present.
Is it working?
It's working.
Yeah.
A wife is a woman under authority. That's why when that woman is alone as independent, the woman can be a director. The woman can be anything. Okay? But the wife cannot be anything. Are we understanding? The permission of the husband is very important. So if a woman gets married to an understanding husband, it is easy for her to achieve. Because being a wife will be more of fulfillment even. The wife will be submissive to the husband's authority. But if a husband that is understanding will fuel the woman's potential, now she will become a better woman, a good wife. But the wife whose potentials are being swallowed up, right, will kill a lot of things. A lot of things die in her. So a wife is a woman under authority. Because as a wife, there are responsibilities that she has to carry on. Whether now she's, as a woman, she's a director. When she comes home, she's a wife. So she cannot be the director in the home. So out there, they say that woman is a director. Inside here, they say she's a wife. That's the role. That lady is somebody's wife. So conflict starts from the beginning, and everybody ignores it. Nobody is taking. At the end of the day, it will become too catastrophic. So when people come, as a counselor, remind them, let their memories be sweet. And if they don't feel that because you say, well, is that all? Can't you remember your marriage? Did you even remember when you were going to this girl? We didn't know other girls. She said, hey, it's a big mistake I've ever made. Don't you see that thing? I regret. The girl said, I regret ever saying yes. The man would say, I regret ever even, hey, this mistake, oh, this mistake. Conflict starts. That's why we say ignorance is of conflict is what couples take into marriage. Because I've just come back, for example. I've just come back. My focus has been, I just, in the taxi, I was just, Papa God, please, I beg help. I've just entered the house. Now, I have a class at 7:30. Now, if that man, if there was to be a man in this house and he does not understand, you know what would have happened? This class would not have taken place because all operations for this class, somebody will say, okay, as you are just coming, no, I'm the priority now. Because that's how men have killed women's vision. Hey, that class for today, they'll tell you, no, let the people know. Hey, you have been out and all of that. Sooner or later, my purpose, I just lose it like that. Value finished. Instead of being a added, you become a value reduced. When you want to talk to the man that, please just give this woman one eye. Hey, stop. Stop that thing there. You know husbands like that, right? Stop it there. Let me not hear that thing that you are talking about. So all of these things that happen, if you don't understand conflicts, I always say the personalities or temperament is very good even in conflict resolution. Because you see somebody that I call it dry season fire. Some people are, this one is paper. You just shout, it will end. Somebody, when you start shouting, please just take note of that shouting. Because that shout will end to a slap. But another person, the shout will just, okay, let me not talk. So they say I should talk. You remind a couple of their good times, please. Tell me, since you both got married, have you had a good time? Self, what good time? What good time? Self will say that. Immediately, self will say, no, she has been doing this, he has been doing this. Yeah. Self just, and then they forget the big picture. So the counselor has to be very patient in that meeting to gather them, to bring their memories, make sure that, okay, at this point, work it out like that. Let's do, all right, please, you can resolve it. It's not one session. Not that when we are talking like that, we are not saying in one session you will solve this problem. Yes, so, and understanding, I'm telling you, glorious lady, So make sure that you be. A question can come, somebody may just come like this and ask you and tell you something. It may take you some time, but in that time of reflection, you must give hope. You have not had the right solution. But what is happening? Your purpose to make them focus on that big picture is to bring them together again so that we can have a common platform to propose a solution. If not, if we don't focus on the big picture, it will be difficult to propose a solution. Because in that time that you are talking, where did you people even go to your honeymoon? They'll even tell you that honeymoon self, when they even quarreled, they just ignored it. You want to even remind them of, hey, that your baby, hey, I beg. Hey, they don't, it's all about self. Nothing again interests them in that marriage. I remember how your wedding could be like, or your traditional marriage. I beg. They are only full of regret. Is I wish I could not. If I knew this is what I would get. Forgetting that conflict is the thing they were not aware. Because somebody will come in, this is it. Yes, I know we'll have problems. I know. Yes, everybody knows that people have problems, right? Who does not know that in marriage, there are no problems? Except some few ignorant people. So you see, when they come and they're telling you conflict, they don't understand where that conflict is coming from. That woman does not understand that conflict will come in the morning when you have to be preparing breakfast that you are not used to. Or the conflict will come when in your agenda you have planned to cook achu and they're telling you that is fufu corn. And then there is no fufu corn in the house or corn fufu with vegetable. They did not, when they were entering, they just knew that, I know now we will have problems and we will solve them. Hey, little did they know that it will come a time where the devil will even take footstool, a very strong hold on them. Now it will become a spiritual problem. Little did this man know that that wife that he was looking at like that has a black spot right behind, especially for Christians. They say, oh, we don't know, you know. You enter like that first day. That makeup that we have always been making up when we are expecting you. We have never seen you with our natural faces. So I don't know. Anyway, when I enter, we will solve it now. I had this mind. I had this mind until I had to see death. If God did not intervene, I would not have been talking today. Because when people don't counsel, they just assume you have a problem in life. Authority is a problem. What is happening? Who takes? No. When and where do people have? So bring everything. Always keep them. How? Because when they come to you, they trust you. Please, you must do to maintain the trust. A woman should not just come and tell you that, hey, my husband, there you just say, that your husband, and you just start shouting and you pick the phone, you call the husband. Why did you do this? No. Bring them together and have a meeting. Calming down the woman or the man until the point where we will look for a solution. I used to say generally there is no one solution to a problem. You tackle their conflict depending on the individual. Now imagine that a couple, they have been together, they have never gone to take ice cream. They don't even know. It does not even occur to them. Sometimes as a counselor, you remove your money and say, let's go out. Can you go and lick ice cream for me? Or you just take this money. Do me a favor. Please do me a favor, because your intention is that this thing should work. So we come to, what are the possible solutions to this problem? Is it an ICU problem? Is it an early an early conflict? Because you should know, you don't take care of a patient in an ICU like a patient who is admitted maybe in a normal ward, or a patient who just comes and has to go back. You take care of them differently. So the marriage is that individual, is that entity, but two people are involved. You must treat consciously and cautiously. You just know that you are treating with a man that if you just say you didn't do this thing well to your wife, you are in trouble. You are treating with a woman that will say, he didn't do, you will not have done this to your husband. Why? And this, you are in trouble. Because you know them. So you as a counselor should really be able to diagnose at what stage this marriage is before you even give a solution. People who have been living apart, people who have never been for months, you tell them that, okay, today, there are a lot of things that have to take place. One may eat food because of you, but you have not healed him. So conflict resolution in marriage is not something that we just jump and we start giving solutions. It is meditating, reflecting, working with these people. An emergency can come when it's an accident. The doctor will not just be giving any kind of medicine, medication to all of them. They have different problems. You will not give paracetamol or Eferagan to everybody. No. You will not put glucose in people's in a sugar diabetic patient's drip, because it's hospital. That's why a counselor has to be equipped. Don't be in a rush. If it is more than you, get to your coach. That's why every counselor has a coach. When it's more than you immediately you start and you see it difficult, there is no way opening. Get to your coach. Please get to your coach so that people can brainstorm together in resolving conflict. This is the highest place where emotions are involved. Okay. Are we there? Any question? Let me pause for now. Question, réponds. Or what have we understood today?
Okay, Pastor Min.
Ma'am.
Okay, normally, like in most cases, yes, in most cases, before a couple will even get to a counselor, it is when they are already, like, if you are comparing to the case of a hospital, it's already when some of them are already getting to the point of getting to the ICU. That is their problems. They have accumulated their problems to the point that they themselves can no longer even bear the presence of each other.
Yes.
And then usually it certainly is going to be one person that will come with a problem at that time.
Yes.
So
Yes.
as a counselor, the first thing you do at that point is are you expected to calm down the person, get the person under normal circumstances before you start bringing them together?
No, you just said it. That person is coming because they have tried all those 5 points, acceptance, all of those things, and it has not really given. Now, when the person is coming, let me just go and see. And most often, it's even the women that will always run.
Yeah, the women.
You have not been their counselor. You don't know anything about them. So the first thing is encouragement to that person. You make the person to know that it is well before you start diagnosing. Because somebody may be complaining, whereas it's the person that has a problem. You can just change a woman or change a man, and you have changed the marriage.
Yes.
So when that person is coming, you are the one to look for the missing ingredient. And if it's somebody that you know the two people, but one person has come and complained, take the person's complaint. The other person that you know, you cannot just approach the person. How can you approach somebody? Husband? The person said, I don't know. So what you need to do with the wife or the person that has come to complain is to save the person from crisis first. Shock.
Okay.
Because the person has taken it, it can kill the person. So the first thing is the person is coming to dump now on you. You create room for the dump.
Okay.
Are we there?
Yes, ma'am.
A counselor needs a listening ear. You don't say anything too much. The person is talking. If there's a need for questions, okay, they call it, you are gathering information. And then you are assessing the matter. Because two people can have a problem, like the person that is coming to report has been the cause of the problem, but the person does not know. And you should diagnose whether it's a spiritual problem. Thank God we are talking about Christian counseling here. So you should be able, while keeping that person, the first thing you are doing is to give that person hope and take the person out of crisis. Before the person enters into blood pressure, all of those terminal diseases, you give the person space to release on you. Are we there?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Yes, I'm okay.
A counselor should never be in a rush. We know that, right?
Okay.
Don't be in a rush, please. If you cannot attend to somebody, or maybe has just been knocked out. If you cannot attend to somebody, don't be in a rush, please. You will cause harm. Refer the person. Because you will make the person to know that you are not important. And the person was coming to you having hope that you can be of help. You get it? One day somebody came to me. I was just too close. I'm too close to the person. I was just like, what is it? It's like you already have a solution, right? I said, see, this thing, this. And then the person told me, I gave my solutions, you know, in this kind of a thing. This is a solution. This is it. Let's tackle it. He says, I'm not talking to you because I want you to propose a solution. I just need somebody I can talk to. I will figure it out myself.
Okay.
I felt bad because I would have known that the first thing I should have done is just to listen first.
Listen.
Then
Okay.
to intervene. What do you want? Because in counseling, always ask the person, what do you even suggest? What do you think? From the person's response, you will know now how to continue. Please, don't be in a rush, especially when somebody is coming. Either you tell the person you are not, don't be in a rush. Take a rendezvous. Okay. Any other question? People have disappeared. Okay. Annie, even Annie has disappeared today.
Oh, I'm
So I'm
here.
alone.
I'm here.
Okay, ma. Any,
I'm
or
here.
you were just there?
It is dealing with me. I'm sleeping on the floor, getting up, lying on the bed.
Yeah, sorry, oh. I thought I was only in Limbe that we had that challenge.
No, I have it everywhere.
Yeah. With those heat rashes, it's well. Any question?
But me, I'm just wondering.
Okay.
I'm just wondering the steps that one can take. For example, somebody has really rushed that kind of. There are some people that want to just tell you they don't need an advice, they just want to air out. There are some people that are coming and expecting like once they tell you you should give them an emergency solution.
Yes.
Now to those ones, and then thirdly, those ones that are coming and they are like, I don't want this person again. With that high tension, how do you even calm them down?
Is it difficult to tell somebody that, Mommy, if I take water, drink? Understand?
Okay.
Do you know that sometimes you can even agree with somebody to take the person out of the situation?
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
Yes.
Just come like that. See, my husband, oh, no. See, I say, hey, serious, but be careful. Let your emotions not override your judgment. You get it?
Yeah.
Let your emotions not override, because a woman cannot come to your house and tell you, and you are seeing blood on the body, and then you are just saying that, and you know, yeah, it is that. You first of all say, Mommy, yeah, let me take you to the hospital. Let's see about this blood. Or put the person, that's the role of the counselor. You don't start doing counseling until your counselee is at ease. You don't just start talking. Some people come to your house, you give them water first, give them food. As they are even eating, as the food is going down, you are looking at them, you are understanding. Hey, I'll not even eat. You say, Mommy, I'm not the one that has brought this problem now. It is well, calm down. Calm down. Let's see. I believe there must be a solution. Yes, I want divorce. You say yes. I know it. I'm not saying, I've not even said that you should go back to that marriage. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you should calm down. You get it now?
Yes.
I'm not saying, no, see, mom, I don't just want this thing. I'm backing up. You say, okay, no, it's true. It's true, but please, can you calm down? Let's talk it out. Okay, now like this. Yeah, you calm down. You are still tense now. Are you not talking to me? There'll be see. You must listen to them, and by the grace of God, you must try in all ways for them to listen. Bring the person down. That peace, that tranquility is enough. It's a solution. It's a therapy too. Let that person, no matter how the husband is following with a cane and beating, let the person calm down first. I'm packing my things. No, say, mommy, first wait. I will help you pack the things. I will help you, but let's talk first. I will help you. I will help you pack the things. The issue is not the things. By the way, what are you doing with things? Let's talk. No. Okay. And there are even situations that sometimes to calm the thing, you let her pack the things and keep at one corner. You may lose. You must be very wise.
I've seen that one. You pack and keep in the parlor even for months. Yeah.
Yes. Why we are solving the problems. The problem, you see, let it be there. Don't be in a rush. The big picture is not those things in the parlor. They can be in the veranda. No problem. As long as we enter and sleep on the chair, no problem. Don't go and be focusing on what are things doing here. When that marriage fine. Now, guys said they carried the thing there from veranda. Now, madam, it's true now. So we should always focus on the big picture.
Okay.
You know. Okay, let me give one example. We just brainstorm on it and we close. This is a couple, right? They have accumulated rent. Now the wife says, the money that we have, we can go and rent a smaller apartment. Because I know you will not have money. I know. Because there are husbands that they don't settle for less.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
They don't settle for less. Don't try a choleric, what attitude? Is it a choleric?
Nah, you don't talk and finish. They know you learn for less. Na higher ground.
So they don't see themselves living a studio to a one room because they don't have money. If they would rather prefer to stay in that studio for 1 year and be quarreling with the landlords every day. Oh.
Yeah, I want to love this one first.
So what will you advise? Now the lady says, I have some money, but the money can take us 1 room. What will you advise? And the husband says, no, please, tell me, what will you do? It has come to a conflict until it will be like, leave my house, or I will leave. Or if you want to leave, or you will leave my children. How will you do? Les cancel it. You see, this is not book now. It's practical.
No be really book. No one plus one.
That be really book.
Na advanced technology.
So this is the case study we are talking about. So how do I solve this problem? It's not you. It's somebody's problem because you are looking by you and your husband. It's not you and your husband. It's another person that is coming to you to talk. So what will happen now?
And
you may even know that the husband does not have money.
I'll go and ask my coach.
What will your coach? You are the coach. What will you coach your class?
What I will do is what I'll do is I will try to get them. I'll try to listen to them separately, and then I get them on the table, and then I make the man to understand that they can move to the small room, and then when things get better, they can now move back to a bigger apartment.
And he tells you that I'm not complaining, I will pay. You think the thing will just end, hey, madam? And he will tell you that, Mom, yes, that's it, but I will pay. I'm not saying that I will not pay the landlord. I have money that is coming. You know that money that is never reaching, right? But it's coming. So that is conflict. Next class, we'll talk about this. Let's brainstorm on it. I said, counselors, you are not in a hurry to give solution. So you brainstorm. How to help this couple. The lady said, I have money and what I can have can be taken off for the meantime for the 1 month. Now, for the one room or the small, but this other one, it cannot go. So how do you solve the problem? I think we'll brainstorm on that for the next class. While we prepare, as we finish with conflict, to enter setting boundaries. Very important, setting boundaries in relationship. Another interesting topic. Don't touch my phone. There is my money, there is your money, there is our money. So we'll talk about that one. All right. Any other question? In the absence of no question, it means the class is